Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So I just posted a Flash video about the road ahead and what's going to be happening with some of the characters on that show. So I'm going to do the same thing for Arrow. I'll be talking about some of the big arcs that are going to be happening in the back half of the season. We already know about the big Black Canary arc. Some people are calling the next 3 episodes the Canary Trilogy. And Oliver has this really big flashback storyline that they're going to be teeing up. And yes, even though the DC movies and the TV shows are officially separate universes, at least on paper, I do think the Suicide Squad movie happening so soon is going to have some influence on the way the show can use the Suicide Squad characters. But I'll explain what I mean. Let's talk about Oliver first, because I know that's what everyone's really going crazy about. When we last saw him, he was very clearly at the point of death, so just as a way to sidestep his recovery, be it through use of Lazarus Pit or more traditional means, Stephen Amell just can't totally check out of the show for 4 or 5 episodes, so that's why they're teeing up a big flashback storyline. He's been posting a crazy number of pictures to social media that feature him with the classic flashback wig on. There's also one of him with Robbie Amell too that's really confusing. I don't think that Firestorm is going back in time or anything like that. I just think Robbie Amell happened to be visiting the set that day. Although yes, I do think that someday in the future, Firestorm will totally cross over to Arrow. So as of the end of episode 9, there were a couple big WTFs that they teed up that they're going to have to pay off in episode 10. Most notably, China White taking Maceo's wife and the giant bioweapon. So the big goal of the flashbacks are going to be to fix those 2 problems, although that might take the entire rest of the season. This is where it gets a little weird, because when Oliver first recognized Maceo in the League of Assassins, it seemed like he was really pissed, like he had left his identity as Maceo behind because something really tragic happened. That's why I think that his wife and child are dead, or China White kills them, or they die eventually. I've also talked about it before, but Maceo's wife is actually Katana in the comics. But I think what they might have done is just give the Katana persona to Maceo. Part of her origin story is tied up in this really tragic event. Let's just say bad things happen to her family, so she takes on a superhero persona. That's why I think that Maceo joined the League. So that's our jumping off point, and we do have some details about what's happening between episodes 10 and episode 15. Stephen Amell actually said this really cool thing. He said that in the back half of the season, and this is true for season 2 as well, every 4 or 5 episodes is its own self-contained arc. So there's going to be like 2, even 3 big arcs in the back half of the season. It was really interesting. He talked about the first 10 episodes as this single arc, and then the back half of the season there being a couple of really small arcs. So let's start with episode 10. That's called Left Behind. Episode 11 is called Midnight City. Episode 12 is called Uprising. Episode 13 is called Canaries. Episode 14 is The Return, and episode 15 is Nanda Parbat. I know that last one's going to get everyone really excited. So for most of this stuff, I'm just going to be focusing on the new comic book characters that they've announced, as well as the Black Canary and the flashback arcs. So this is all based on stuff that the producers have said publicly. But just in case you guys don't want to know, potential spoiler warning for episodes that are coming up. So here we go. Number 10, Left Behind, mostly a reference to Team Arrow, like all the people Oliver leaves behind. This is also like a big Christian novel series about what happens to the survivors after most of the world gets raptured. Take this as meaning like Oliver has been raptured and now Team Arrow has to figure out what the hell to do while he's away. Although we know Oliver's not dead. If we do see Hong Kong flashback scenes, it'll just be to tee up what Maceo and Oliver are going to do with Amanda Waller to fix all their problems. I think it's mostly going to focus on the modern day Team Arrow storyline. I'm actually really interested to see if they learn what happened to Oliver, like either Nyssa or Merlin tells them. The thing you should really be getting excited for is Laurel putting on her Black Canary outfit. That is going to happen in this episode at some point. I think it'll be like a 3rd act reveal. I think they're going to take a page from Batman Begins with the Laurel costume. Arrow does that a lot. They're inspired a lot by the Christopher Nolan trilogy and the way it told the story. Batman goes out without the cowl. No one is afraid of him. So Laurel comes back at the end of the episode, puts her costume on, dyes her hair blonde or gets the blonde wig, and starts trying to scare the shit out of people. Then the next 2 or 3 episodes after that are going to be like her Batman Year 1 story. She gets her ass handed to her until she gets her shit together to the point where she can actually catch criminals without breaking every bone in her body. People have been losing their shit about Laurel becoming Black Canary so quickly, but Stephen Amell said to remember that it's not like she's going to put the costume on and automatically be a superhero. We're going to see her slowly develop that persona, and it's not going to just all happen this season. Like, she'll still be learning stuff next year. If you remember Roy, it took him all year to get the costume, and then Nyssa still handed his ass to him without breaking a sweat a couple episodes ago. So like even Roy has a long way to go. What I'm really interested to see is if Laurel compels Wildcat to come back into action to help them out. Remember, he said he retired from being a vigilante. I just think it'd be so unfair for the show to tease that without giving us an actual Justice Society moment. It's like, why show us all of his vigilante gear if he wasn't going to be putting it on at some point this season? Moving on to episode 11, so that's called Midnight City. I think this is mostly going to be a reference to the Glades because it features a couple comic book characters that we know about. Well, one potential, there might be an Easter egg for a comic book character, but Vinnie Jones is going to debut as Brick, or Danny Brickwell, and he'll be localized in the Glades. The writer that wrote this episode also just brought back Dr. Midnight in the Green Arrow comics. So Midnight City could be a reference to Dr. Midnight. He was a big member of the Justice Society, and I know I keep saying Justice Society in like most of my Arrow videos. I do think that we'll get a Justice Society moment before the end of the year. Not like an official, like they're not going to call themselves Justice Society. It's just we'll get enough of those characters that you could call it a Justice Society episode. Episode 12 is called Uprising. So this also features Vinnie Jones again. So either he's going to be introduced in episode 11 and episode 12 will be a big deal, or it'll just be one big story across 2 episodes. Sin is also coming back to the show, and just for this episode, she's not listed on the cast list for any of the other episodes this season. I know everyone's wondering where she went after the end of season 2. Hopefully they'll explain why she lost touch with Roy, or maybe they have been talking. The Uprising title could be a reference to Diggle and Lila taking control of Argus. The actors did say they would be taking control of Argus from Amanda Waller this season. They didn't say why, only that Waller was going to have other priorities. That could be one of the side effects of the Suicide Squad movie, but they might also use it as an opportunity for Amanda Waller on the show to create a new team, like Outsiders or something else like that. Something to tee up for season 4. It's actually also worth noting that Danny Brickwell, the Vinnie Jones character, appeared on Oliver's list in season 1. So nice Easter egg for the list. Moving along, episode 13 is called Canaries. I don't think there's any confusion about what this episode's going to be about, but part of it will be dedicated to a flashback scene with Katie Lotz, like she's coming back to the show. It'll tell the story of how she joined the League of Assassins. I think in present day, we'll also see a lot of Laurel Black Canary stuff too. Interesting to note, Maceo said that he joined the League at the same time as Sarah, so he's probably going to be in those flashback scenes too. Episode 14 is going to make everyone lose their shit. It is called The Return and will feature Manu Bennett. That's right, Slade is coming back. We don't know if it's going to be in a flashback or if it'll be in present day. And Mark Guggenheim was very clear that The Return, the title, was not a reference to Slade returning or a reference to Oliver returning. So either someone or something else really big is returning. But also in that episode, Mark Singer of Beastmaster fame, Mark Singer the Beastmaster, will be playing Matthew Shreve from the comics. He's confirmed as a flashback character, as part of like a big flashback arc. In the comics, he's the head of Creature Commandos. It's a US military team of supernatural creatures with Frankenstein. In the New 52 version of the comics, they work for SHADE, and Frankenstein is the leader. So it's just a small difference, but I don't think we're going to be seeing Frankenstein anytime soon in the show. Just be sure to look out for Easter eggs. Usually when they have something crazy that they're never going to do on TV, they turn it into an Easter egg. Episode 15 is called Nanda Parbat. That's actually one of my most anticipated episodes. We don't know anything official about the episode other than it takes place in Nanda Parbat. What I'm really hoping we get is Oliver in Nanda Parbat in present day, but we could also see a Team Arrow member road trip out there to try and bring him back. After that, there's still 7 more episodes, including the finale, so there is still like a whole lot of stuff. There's like a whole arc they could do after all those episodes. Just to address a few other big things that I didn't mention in the video, yes, I do think that Ray Palmer will be fighting with Team Arrow before the end of the season. Yes, I do think that Oliver will be back in present day before the last couple of episodes. And no, I don't think that the DJ is Joe, Slade's son. I think he's going to be a big part of the narrative, but I don't think that he's playing Deathstroke's son. Because there's so much Legend of Korra stuff happening tonight, I'm not going to do a Q&A for this video, so just leave all your questions in the comments and I'll try to get to them. I am doing a live Q&A for Legend of Korra tomorrow on my Twitch channel. It's probably going to be in the afternoon. I'll announce when that is whenever I post my review of the Korra finale, so be sure to subscribe to get that. It's going to be the last Legend of Korra on TV ever. I mean, they'll air reruns, but it'll be the last new Korra. Right now, if you're on your mobile phone or on your tablet, there's new mobile links you can click on up here. It's the same as the links over here, but click here to learn all about the Flash Rogues that we're going to meet in the second half of the season, and click here to learn all about Ra's al Ghul. Thank you so much for watching, so let's all high five. I will see you guys tonight.